All right, folks. Well, listen, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marty Secada, and I run the Ivy Family Office Network. So people ask us all the time, how did you guys start? What do you do for a living, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm a Wharton guy. I worked in banking for many years. Clients were like Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, UBS, JP Morgan Chase. So as a matter of fact, I think I worked for JP Morgan Chase and every subsidiary they ever had. So that was like Bank One, was it? The one in Columbus, Ohio, and there was Chase, there was Chemical Bank, so many others. So so there was all this mergers. I was working in Switzerland. There was a big financial meltdown, as we seem to have every 10 years these days. So there's a big financial meltdown in 1998 or 99 or so. It was long-term capital management. Talk about a blast from the past. And Russia, another blast from the past and the present. And so, as everybody knows, LTCM used 30x leverage to do their strategy. They became the market. It's not a good approach towards creating alpha. So I came back from Switzerland. UBS had acquired some companies, and I started a group of Wharton guys who were investing directly in private equity. And so we, over the years, we became a family office group, and we had a lot of big successes. So some successes were in crypto. We were in hedge funds a lot before 2008. Before it turned out a lot of them were leveraged beta, and we looked at a lot of other things, real estate, peer-to-peer lending. We do a lot of healthcare these days. So as a group, fantastic success. So we've had several thousand family offices attend our events in the past. We've run 400 events, 200 dinner parties. So I like to say I've taken 6,000 plus people out to dinner in the past. So we've had the dinner parties, we've had the events. Some family offices have come, 50, 60, 70 times to our events and dinner parties. So great success. We were just in Miami. We had a fantastic event there with Tim Draper headlining. We're here today. We have about 350 people registered. Actually, people are still registering. I'm kind of in a race to get them logged in. So we're really happy to be here at LGates. And so we're going to talk, Matthew Mangan from LGates is going to talk about, who runs the practice here, is going to talk about what they do, his practice, who he's looking to meet, and what the breadth and depth of LGates is. So Matthew, why don't you take it away?
Thank you, Marty. And I will keep this brief. And I want to welcome all of you here to our office and all of you who are online. I'm Matt Mangan, as Marty mentioned, and I'm impressed that you who are here with us today are here in the middle of this atmospheric river, and you've trekked through the difficulties. Of course, JP Morgan week always means we're going to have an atmospheric river, at least half the times. So let me give you a quick overview. I'm the managing partner of the San Francisco office and the Palo Alto office of LGates. And we are a firm with 1,800 lawyers across the world. We have 48 offices. Our most recent is in Dublin, Ireland. We opened an office in Dublin because of our funds practice, our large mutual fund practice. My area of expertise is funds, investment funds, and what we call investment management. So I work with hedge fund managers and venture managers, structure vehicles, and I work with them on regulatory compliance. And many of you are probably aware that there's a sea change at the SEC with a more aggressive chair, and then FTX will also bring more regulatory scrutiny to the crypto environment and probably other parts of the investment world. We are a full-service practice, a full-service firm across the world. There are 17,000 clients in this firm. And in San Francisco and in Palo Alto, we focus on emerging companies. We focus on executive compensation, litigation, corporate, and other facets. So if you have any questions about us, I'm happy to answer them today. Marty has kindly offered to have me join a panel in an hour or so, which I'm looking forward to. And I want to welcome all of you today. If there are any questions along the way, feel free to reach out to me or our staff throughout today and tomorrow. Welcome.
So, and what's great about LGates is that so we've been hosted by 30 of the largest law firms in the United States in the past, And I spoke to Matt probably in late 2019. He came to a couple of our events, and we were like saying, great, we should do something with LGates. I came to the office to look at it. Fantastic office space, et cetera. It overlooks the bay. It's in Embarcadero. Wow, it's really great. And then all of a sudden COVID hit. So we were kind of out of order for 2 years, but I think thankfully we've been able to catch up, and we're back in San Francisco live, and we're very happy about that. So as I said, we have about 340 people that we have fully registered. I've got another 20 who have registered. We haven't put them on a list yet. So I think we're gonna have a great turnout today. Just before we get started, I just want to talk about our next sort of schedule, which is that we're going to be back in New York on February 15th and 16th. We're going to be in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest on March 13th and 14th. We're going to be back in New York after that on April 18th and 19th. Then on April 26th and 27th, we're making our long-awaited return to Los Angeles. We got some great sponsorship there, and we love being in LA. It's just a fantastic city, and there's a lot of innovative people there. We're back in San Francisco in June on the 6th and 7th, and then we're going to be ending our first half of the year in New York on June 27th and 28th. So that should be really great. Other topics, we'll probably be dropping other topics throughout the day. We're starting some new practices online, which are that we're going to be dropping some list of people who might be interesting investors for some of the people online throughout the 2 days here. We're tracking everybody who's logging in and how long they're logging in, and people who watch the longest and view the longest will be rewarded for that. And I sent out an email about the kind of rewards that we're going to be doing. And what else? Also, I wanted at some point, and maybe Jeff Hughes can talk about this. There's a huge meltdown going on in crypto. It's beyond FTX now. So right now, there's been a series of letters from one of the Winklevoss twins to Barry Silbert. I mean, so this is like as big as you can get. These are the whales of the whales in crypto, where apparently the Winklevoss twins have lent $3 to $5 billion worth of crypto to one of Silbert's companies. Silbert has refused to return the money. And apparently the Winklevoss twins are tracking it down to a correlation between Silbert's firm and trading with Three Arrows Capital, which I think went bankrupt recently or has become defunct. So it's very intriguing, and I think we're getting to the root of some stuff in crypto, and it's going to lead to further regulation. And I think that when we had a crypto panel in Miami, they were talking about regulation by enforcement. So it's going to be super intriguing the next few months. So with that, I'm gonna leave it off to Jeffrey Hughes. Before Jeff starts, we're going to be releasing all of the decks that we've been sent and the bios of people online through Zoom chat throughout the day. And so last time Jeff presented, he had a huge amount of downloads of his deck, and we're really looking forward to your presentation today, Jeff. So take it away. Take the full amount of time that you had